It was kind of funny because right before the COVID hit, I had an itch for like a Murphy aged and painted custom shop Les Paul of some sort, Wildwood spec, 58 or 59, whatever. And I was really thinking hard about getting one. And something in the back of my mind said, you know what? Because what happened was I had some cool custom shop Les Pauls a while back, but I bought a 53 Tele. There was a real one that came through Wildwood, and it was, it had been sprayed over. The pickups were original. There was like a little hole in it somewhere, so it was more of a player's guitar. But it was more expensive than any other guitar I ever bought. So I liquidated a bunch of stuff, and so now I don't have any, flamey Les Pauls. And so I was thinking about getting one, right? And I had a couple that I was like, man, I think I should get this. But something in the back of my mind's like, no, just hold on for a little bit.
Yeah, well,
and then all of a sudden, boom, how about no gigs for a year? I was like, good thing I held off.
Yes, that's how I think most of us felt about that.
It's crazy.
I do know what you're saying. It's wild. And I didn't even know at that point during all this whether you could sell guitars or would people be wanting to buy them from you. I don't know. Well, maybe they are.
Well, it's interesting. People seem to be, because we're all at home and, of course, there's horrible situations where people don't, my cat is attacking me here. Luna girl, who's savage beast. There's obviously horrible stories about people being unemployed and all that other kind of stuff. And then there's other people who by, a combination of good fortune or whatever you want to say are able to do what they do from home. I'm being one of them. And so you're able to continue on. And then people just want stuff to do. So if they're at home and all of a sudden it's like, maybe I'll start playing guitar. So it seems like people are, maybe not professional musicians, but a lot of people who are, the hobbyist or that wanted to get into it, they seem to be going all in. I mean, it's kind of interesting when we started doing the video thing at home. One of the guys at Fishman who was trying to set me up with a few different things, it's like, you can't get a webcam of a certain kind because they're completely sold out. Once people started doing stuff from home, recording equipment, microphones, cameras, they're gone because people are like, oh, I guess we're going to be at home doing stuff now. And so it's such a bizarre time. No one knows what's going on. It's a boon for some people. It's bust for others. Musicians are transitioning. I was going to ask you about this. I mean, what are you doing? Obviously, you're doing, your thing where you're doing stuff on your YouTube page and so on and so forth. But in terms of gigs, obviously, you're not physically able to do them at this point. And I don't know what you've heard. I mean, there's a couple things that seem to be coming in for like, oh, well, maybe there's this outdoor festival in August now that we can do. But other people are like, yeah, but now that's a hot spot. So when are they going to cancel that? You know what I mean? So what is your feeling is about when work's going to commence and what are you doing in the meantime?
Well, I mean, for me, it's tough to say. Like, I think that I don't see like regular concerts being played until next year at the soonest.
Right.
I think smaller ones could be played if people are doing like drive-in ones or whatever. Right. And I think that could be done. I don't know that I'm going to do those, but maybe, who knows? And, like inside, I think that's the real tricky part is inside, and people don't really know what to do yet. I'm not really like interested in trying that out though, to be like the first one to say, hey, whoa, whoops, Well,
it's just kind of like in the beginning of this thing, I had gotten back from, I was traveling someplace. I was on an airplane coming from one place to the next, and I get home and everything had just started to lock down. And I had friends in Italy that I was talking to, and they were going, look, this is for real. We're locked down. We're not doing anything. It's coming your way. Prepare yourself. So I knew it was a real thing. And I had this gig that was like for the next night. And I told the folks, I'm like, look, I've been traveling. I have no idea. I've been out to Boston, I'm flying on an airplane, connecting in, Chicago. I have no idea if I have it. How am I going to do a gig? And it was a small kind of a coffee shop thing, kind of I'd written a bunch of songs with this guy, and we were just going to kind of talk about our process, X amount of people there. But I'm like, I don't feel comfortable exposing myself to these people. Well, that sounded weird, but
do that.
And so I canceled the gig. And at first they were like, well, we're going to say that, maybe you feel weird because maybe you were exposed to somebody. I'm like, no, don't say that. Just say, due to, So we ended up canceling. And then within like a week, everything was shut down. So
yeah.
And to this point, it's so hard to figure out what's up. But we carry on. We play guitar.
Yeah, you have to. I don't really know though. Like as far as what to do in the interim, I think that I have 2 small kids, so we've been kind of trying to entertain them, especially now that school's out.
Right.
But yeah, so.
So how old are your kids?
7 and 4. So energy level is high.
Yes.
And Dad's energy level is low. So,
that's what caffeine is for, my friend.
Yeah, I'm learning. There's a great shop called Bones Coffee in Florida they'll mail you bags. Like you could do like a subscription thing, and it's not that expensive, but it tastes awesome. They've got all these crazy flavors.
Bones
super good.
Coffee shop.
Bones. Like
bones.
Like skeletons.
Sorry, yeah. Freud came calling. As you can see, I'm wearing Hello Darkness, my old friend. My niece got this for me for Christmas because she knows I'm a coffee freak.
It's a great shirt. I noticed it immediately. And I said, that's a coffee pot. But you should try this. It's good coffee. They have all sorts of flavors and everything, and they're really, really good. So my wife and I have kind of just perpetually been ordering them. But I've been doing a lot of co-writing sessions for other people. So I've been kind of doing that, set up some for lots of people do it. So I've just kind of said like, hey, I'm open to do it. And then, I've been doing those on Zoom, and then I've been practicing. I started taking lessons like seriously about 2 years ago. And I kind of got to the point where I said, all right, I've got this thing and I've been playing it for 25 years. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. Like I can play I got good timing. I can play rhythm, but like, I want to know how do I make it do the things, And, it was weird. So I've been doing that a lot, especially during this. I took a class of Julian Lage offered.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I'm not, it's really weird. Like I feel like the outcast of all the wannabe guitar heroes or whatever. Whereas like, I like Jimi Hendrix and stuff, but I never got like mega into I love Dwayne Allman and stuff, but I don't want to play like Dwayne because like so many other people do it better than I do already.
Yeah.
That I'm kind of like, I don't think I can do that. So my thing is like, I wonder all these like kind of really melodic things that like maybe like Roy Buchanan does, which obviously I'm not going to be like that, but I could try, or like Julian, or there's like these outside of the box guitar players where they're sort of going and making their guitar sound like violins or string sections. And I'm sort of going, I think there's something here that has not been maybe dived into from my own head. And I'm trying to find like this orchestral, it's bizarre. It's a little bit like kind of like how Derek Trucks took the gospel singer approach to the slide.
Right.
So I'm like taking like the orchestral thing to, I can't even explain it because I'm still on the journey.
Well, that's cool. I mean, it's all about, I can completely relate to that fact is that there's people that have done things, and there's a lot of people that continue to just kind of ride on the shoulders of those that have been, and that's cool. It's all good, whatever everyone wants to do. But there's also that, to me, it's like, I'm over here and too much of that has already been done or is being done. I was like, no, I think I'm going to go over here for a while because it's all kind of playing into what you want to do as an artist. So that's great. I mean, and the great thing about guitar and music in general is that, and I think one of the things that this quarantine has really brought to the fore is this feeling of not only learning, but refining what you do. You know what I mean? Like you're just describing kind of this, hey, I've got this vision. Now I got a little time to just kind of take a little breath and maybe add some stuff to the stew. Yeah. You know what I mean? Stir up the cauldron and serve it up piping hot.
That's what I'm doing. So now I'm sitting here every night practicing Aeolian scales and all this stuff over and over. The one good thing though is I have that brain where I can sit down for 4 hours at night and just over and over again while I'm watching TV. So it's sort of working out quick. And I think that I've been playing for so long that I do see my progression going faster than it did when I was younger.
Sure.
So for me, the big issue for me is finding the proper sort of teaching,
Right.
you know, because like it's difficult. So I'm reading that Ted Green book, Chord
That's a
Chemistry,
good one,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's hard to understand, though.
It is.
You know, it's difficult. There's a lot of stuff in there that you're like, what? Like, I learned the Clash chords. I didn't learn all that. What is this?
Right.